friends. Today in Locktalk, we are going to meet a very young girl whose name is Neona Shah and who is doing homeschooling. We have taken this subject particularly to understand what homeschooling is, how parents work hard on their kids, and what all extra activities and achievements a child can achieve with homeschooling. So, home education is one of the world's fastest growing educational movement. These are a wide variety of home education approaches and they lie on a spectrum. Highly structured approaches that mirror school with a detailed curriculum and lots of book work lie at the end of it. Most people can imagine what that looks like because it's not that different from traditional schooling. At the other end, in unschooling, where children choose the direction of their learning, in this approach, there may be no formal written work. With unschooling, the choice is as much of a lifestyle as an education. Parents act as facilitators of their child's learning, sourcing, and providing access to resources and then getting out of the way. Research suggests unschoolers are more likely to be satisfied with their education and have an instinct motivation to learn. Most home educating families' approaches fall somewhere in between and use a mix of parent directed and child directed learning. Neona is doing unschooling. She doesn't follow any particular board or subject pattern. She learns things as they progress. As a reference point, she refers to IGCSE and ICSE books to stay in par with kids of her age, but she doesn't appear for many exams or tests. This is just an outline. You can really understand in detail about homeschooling when we all talk to Neona Shah.
Hi Rita Masi, how are you? Thank you so much for choosing the topic of homeschooling and on top of that giving me a chance to speak about it. You are taking people from different fields and giving them a chance to speak. This is a very good thing because people are getting entertained at home as everyone is bored because of this pandemic, and you always come up with creative and innovative ideas which actually spreads happiness and joy amongst people.
Neona, thank you so much for coming on our Lock Talk. And of course, your subject is very, very different and very, very unique. So, my first question for you, my dear, is what is homeschooling that we all would like to understand in detail?
So homeschooling is basically a new concept for India. Many people don't know what is homeschooling. So if I tell, as the word suggests, homeschooling, it means learning from home. In that we don't need to go to school. We focus on holistic learning. We don't just restrict ourselves from learning through books. We learn through acting, we learn through singing, we learn through dancing, we learn through sports. Instead of spending 7 to 8 hours in school, at home we just study for 2 to 3 hours. But those 2 to 3 hours we study sincerely and dedicatedly. I usually keep an aim. I want to study for 2 to 3 hours in which I will try to finish my 2 chapters. So I try my best to finish those 2 chapters. And in the evening when I am free, I do activities like board games, creative writing, I watch some educational videos, I do art, craft, etc.
Oh my god, what a matured answer, Neona. Thank you so much. And here comes my second question for you is when did you decide and agree to your parents? Because parents will always have the best thoughts and ways for their kids to walk on the right path in their life. But this is so difficult to choose to be at home when all your friends are going to school, right? So, when did you decide and agree to your parents about homeschooling?
Since my childhood, I've been listening to my parents talk about homeschooling. And I knew like something like homeschooling existed. But when I came to 4th standard, they thought that I was mature enough to discuss about it and they talked to me about homeschooling. I was fine with the whole concept. and I was actually very happy. But I had 2 to 3 doubts in my mind, which were, how will I go to trips? How will I meet my friends? So after thinking for some time, they had a good solution. They said that you can go to trips because there are some travel agency people who arrange trips specially for kids, and you can meet your friends whenever you like. And some of my friends are also doing homeschooling with me. So we are in the same classes and all. So I can even meet them. And I'm doing homeschooling since 2 years, and I feel that we are very successful in it.
Neona, my third question for you is good that you agreed to your parents. But then, how do you feel, or why do you feel that homeschooling is better than a normal school?
The main difference between normal schooling and homeschooling is that in normal schooling is all about studying and homeschooling is all about learning. Let me explain. So in normal schooling, they give us a chapter, we have to learn the chapters, we have to learn the question answers, we have to give tests, and they judge us by marks, remarks and grades. But in homeschooling, we can learn whatever we want. If I want to learn history, I can go deep inside the chapter. I can even research from Google or anything. And there is no one to judge me. No one will give me marks. Then in school, we meet those 30 kids of the same maturity level and of the same age. We can't learn anything from them because we meet them every day. But in classes, in homeschooling, I go to different classes. And in different classes, I meet different people of different age and with different maturity levels. I get to learn so many new things from those different people, and I'm very happy with that.
Neona, here I come with my next question. I understood that homeschooling is much better than a normal school, but you please tell me how important is parents' involvement in homeschooling? Right, because in this modern world, parents will want that kids go to school and we get a free time for us, and we do activities in those timings. So, with your homeschooling, I'm sure your parents must be involved with you completely. So, we would like to understand that how important is parents' involvement in homeschooling.
So this is a very interesting question about parents' involvement. Parents' involvement is very important in homeschooling. Some kids go to tuition while some study with their parents. In my case, I study with my parents. I think that I'm more comfortable with my parents. They know me in and out. They know me how to teach. Like if I'm not understanding anything, they know how to teach me in a better way or how to teach me in my mother tongue. My parents teach me to be more responsible about things. So if I am alone and they have to go somewhere, they teach me, they tell me how to do work on time and how to be more particular about everything. My parents should be very attentive the whole day if the kid is doing homeschooling, because the child is at home. Then parents also manage all the classes, as homeschoolers do many classes. And I think that parents support the kids in a better way and know them emotionally and connect with them personally.
And here comes my last question for you, Neona. How homeschooling is helping you in shaping your career? So, I'm sure a matured girl like you will have great goals in life. So, how homeschooling will help you to shape your career? We all would like to understand that.
Since childhood, I found myself attracted to media and performing arts. I used to follow actresses, pose like them, act like them. But after entering school, those all things were known as extracurricular activities, and I had to focus more on studies. So when I started homeschooling, I was very happy. I could focus on theatre. I did theatre to sharpen my acting skills. I did some competitions. I get more time to dedicate for acting. I still do. I still say their dialogues, act like them. I practice everything again and again. And I feel happy that I can give more extra time to what I like. And if you are interested in something like sports or anything and you want to dedicate more time on it, you should try homeschooling. You will feel very good after doing it because you get more time to spend on a thing what you like.